Greetings, pathetic monkey humans. One-eyed owl member 00647. Rape baby of an alien reptile and a primitive man. Here to talk to you today about David Icke. Now, David Icke is the inventor of the reptilian conspiracy. Despite the fact that these reptiles have been shaping our lives since the very beginning, according to Mr. Icke, they actually came to the Earth 35 million years ago and created nuclear holocaust in order to wipe out the dinosaurs so we can thrive. And then they took off for 34,990,000 years. Now, if they're reptilian, why did they wipe out all the dinosaurs? I don't know, maybe it was the big nasty teeth. So they come back in 8,000 BCE and land in Sumeria, where they are hailed as god kings. I give my blood to the Sumerian gods, and I don't buy that. Just making that part known. So they show up in Sumeria, where they are worshipped as god kings. And then, for no apparent reason, the Sumerian civilization falls and they disappear. Now, supposedly, according to Mr. Icke, what happened was they went underground. And they shaped our society by being the man behind the curtain, the Wizard of Oz, as you Illuminati types like to call him. So, I'm going to stop right there before we go any further. The reason that we know this to be absolutely true, according to Mr. Icke, is because Sumerian artwork depicts them. Half a second. Ha! We see it in the Sumerian artwork. Now, in Egypt, when they painted a picture on the wall of a guy with the head of a bird or jackal, we knew that to mean, please send your data now. We knew that to mean it was a priest in a mask. Anybody who knows anything about the occult, and if you don't, you learn it within 3 minutes of looking up the occult, symbolism's a big deal. Create your order confirmation number. 86609. Bob Smile. So, in Egypt, when we see a picture of a human with the head of an animal, it's because he was wearing a mask. In Sumeria, when we see a picture of a human with the head of a reptile, it's because it was really a reptilian humanoid. Once again, I worship their faith and I don't buy that. So, isn't that awesome that I just sent an order through dial-up? So, right there we find some flaw in Mr. Icke. Yep. Hey! We also find flaw in the fact, now that I am done doing that, I think I'll go for a cigarette, so I'm not on camera doing this. If my overlords find out that I'm letting you know these secrets, they gonna blow my head up with HAARP, and I just don't want that. So, Mr. Ike says that today we cannot see these reptilian overlords for what they really are because they exist outside of our visible light. So if I can't see a 6-foot-tall lizard walking around with a Starbucks in his hand because he exists outside of my visible light, how did the Sumerians see him? I'm gonna stick a squirrel in my mouth and light it on fire. And I really don't want you people to see that. Maybe.